think it'll be me, Hadi, Derek. I think Samson will jump to top five. It's four right there, right? And I'm gonna throw one out there. I think Hunter's gonna get a spot back.
Really? All right, guys, we're back for another episode of Muscle Discord, and we are going to chime in on the Nick Walker talking trash
Yep.
to Samson, Hadi, calling Hadi Chupan a one-hit wonder. Very interesting.
My athlete.
Oh yeah, blessing. Yeah, there's you. I'll let you chime in on that.
Blasted him a little bit, so I'm going to
yeah.
have to take a little bit of exception to that.
He goes in on Andrew Jacked. He goes in on Crizzo.
Yeah,
He's got a lot to say, which, you know what, I like to see. I like these athletes to be open.
I like it in sport. Yeah,
Exactly. And, talk, have a character, have some charisma. Like, a lot of these guys don't talk. So it's good that Nick is doing this, but we disagree with some of the things he's saying. So let's first, roll the tape and see
what he has to say.
What is going on here. Here's the right one there. That's so many pages open. Okay. So let me open this wide here. So let's just roll right into it so you get the context. If you haven't seen it already, here it is.
Hadi, Derek. I think Samson will jump to top five. It's four right there, right? And I'm gonna throw one out there. I think Hunter's gonna get a spot.
Really? Even with his back.
Okay, so let's just pause it so we can. So he's got himself in first, Hadi Chupan in second, Derek Lunsford in third, Samson in fourth, and Hunter in fifth. So there's no Brandon in there.
That's a stretch.
Yeah. No Brandon. There's no Andrew Jacked.
Nope.
In that top five.
Nope.
So
and I'm thinking Jacked is going to make top five.
Yes.
I'm not going to say he's 3-2-1, but he's going to be 4 or 5. I mean, I see him in top five. I don't see Hunter. He's a better put together package than Hunter is, although Hunter's improved.
Hunter has a very complete physique, head to toe. He's been having issues peaking for these big shows. But when he's on and he looks good. So, he was fourth at the Olympia before. So, he's no joke.
He's capable.
He's capable. But when you're next to a guy like Andrew Jacked, who looks like a taller version of Flex Wheeler in a sense, it's hard to beat that. And he was
super consistent. So it's hard to beat that.
Well, Andrew Jacked needs to work on his conditioning. He needs to work on his back. There's room for improvement with Andrew, but I think in general people just prefer Andrew Jack's physique over Hunter.
Yeah.
But let's listen to a little bit more here.
Well, okay. If we're gonna talk facts, Samson got a shit back too.
Okay, Samson's got a shit back too. So let's take a look at Samson's back. I got all the backs lined up here because since we're talking backs.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's start with Hadi Chupan. Okay. Now, this is 2022, so I haven't seen these in a long time, and I'm looking back. I'm like, Hadi's got a good back, but it's not like that back of a bicep. It's not super shredded.
No.
Right. So, I mean, and he's not in the best condition that he's been in today. Like, this is not. So Hadi, everyone's like, Hadi's gonna be hard to beat. I don't know. I think he is definitely beatable, and I think Derek Lunsford can beat Hadi Chupan.
Oh yeah, in this respect, I think Nick was right. I mean, Hadi is beatable for sure. And I mean, look at this here, right? I mean, this is a big miss right here.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of forget because we're used to him being so well conditioned.
Yeah.
that it's like, oh no, wait a minute, like look at this. He can show up like this.
Yeah, he's off here.
Yeah.
From the back, from the front, he was ridiculous, but from back, he could be better. And now, so let's go to Derek. Right, I think that's a little bit better.
Yeah.
The glutes a little bit more separation in the back. Symmetry looks a little bit better. So Derek's going to be improved, and he's going to be bigger.
Yeah. I mean, you see in the videos now.
It's crazy. It's crazy how Derek looks. So let's look at Walker, 3rd place, Olympia last year. He's got good definition. He's got good separation. Glutes and hams are good. Back double bicep. I don't know. I just like I look at Phil Heath. I look at Ronnie Coleman. I look at Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
And I don't see that in this back double bicep. I don't see that development.
No,
and that's
you're right. You're right. I mean, you don't really see that Mr. Olympia quality back double by.
No.
It's phenomenal. It's great, but is it the number one spot?
No,
I don't see it.
I don't see it. And I mean, from the hamstrings, the glutes, calves, sure, you could be Mr. Olympia with that, but in the arms, right? But then this is missing. You have to have everything as to be Mr. Olympia. So I'm going to call right now. I don't think Nick Walker will ever be Mr. Olympia. Ever.
That's a bold statement.
Okay. Because that waist isn't getting any smaller, and it is what it is, and it's gonna have that waist be the size it is. As he gets older, your waist gets bigger. We saw that with Ronnie Coleman, and it's just part of the game for the most part. If he's gonna try and get bigger, his waist is gonna get bigger. So
just as a result, and if he's not looking to trim it, then I don't see it getting better on its own. So
I mean, I mean, the viewers, what do you guys think? Do you think Nick Walker will ever be Mr. Olympia? Yes or no? Let us know in the comments. All right, so next. Okay, so this is good to see back to back here, because you go here, you go here.
Yep.
So Samson has work to do. Okay.
Oh, for sure. And he knows that. He knows that.
Yes. So, conditioning in the hamstrings and the glutes, his back. Now, Nick's trash talk on Samson was it's flat. It's flat. It's nothing there. And I kind of agree with Nick's assessment of Samson's back. It's pretty flat.
Agreed.
And I pointed it out in the posing that Derek and Samson did in the gym maybe last week or 2 weeks ago when I posted
2
that.
weeks,
yeah. And you could see like Derek's back was like popping out. Like it was like 3D.
Oh yeah. It was miles ahead of where Samson is right now. And it's just, there's a long ways to go, and he's got a lot of work to do. Is it doable? Yes. Does he have the wherewithal to get after it? I don't know. He's a smart bodybuilder. So I would hazard a guess that he does know he needs to work on it, and he's going to bring it up. So I'm hopeful that it's going to be a better back come Olympia time. But if there's no improvement in it, he's going to stay flat like this. And Nick, in my estimation, was spot on with him being crappy from the back. He doesn't have it. It's not happening. And at this point, though, so
no, and that's why I said Samson should be worried, and that's why I titled that the way I did, because when I saw Derek's back compared to Samson, I'm like, dude,
all indicators tell us that
it hasn't improved. It's still flat. So, and then we got Hunter. So this was Hunter off at the Olympia, right?
So take this with a grain of salt type of thing, but I mean, he was completely off here.
But that being said, he's got the hamstrings, he's got the glutes,
he's got the calves.
He's got the calves, yes. And the back is okay here, actually. And if it's improved, which it looks like it is, maybe Nick Walker is right. Maybe Hunter can crack that top 5. If let's go to let's get this out of the way. Go to Mr. Andrew Jacked.
Yep.
Now, to me, Andrew Jack's back double bicep looks better than Samson's. So
1,000%.
yeah. So if Andrew improves and comes in more condition than this isn't going to win you Olympia looking like this.
No.
This is not there. So you have to tighten up those hamstrings and glutes. Continue to bring up the back. The back's not that bad, actually. Now that I'm looking at these photos.
No. Look at the deep etching there. Yeah. The traps, the delts, flow super nicely. The lines are nice, man. The depth in there is great.
Yeah.
So it's not horrific or anything, man. But there's things to improve with it.
Yes.
But
conditioning.
Boy, the conditioning is going to be the tipping point and kind of push them over type thing. But it's a great back double by.
Yeah, he's a genetic freak. So that's why I say I have Andrew Jacked beating Hunter Labrada and coming in 5th. I have Hunter in 6th.
Yeah.
So let's see what else kind of smack tuck.
I think it's still better than Hunter. Like Hunter gets.
I don't know.
It's not 3D shit.
They're Samsons. Samson is flat as a board.
Yes, I've seen
He was not holding back there.
There's not going on there. From the front, Samson's a monster. He turns around and it's like, what happened?
But Hunter's weak spot is his back.
It is, but I think Hunter's hungry.
Fair enough. Okay, it's pretty pissed after last year.
Devastated. So he knows what he needs to do, and I think. Do I think it's going to be a while before his back comes up? Sure, but do I think it looks a lot better already? Yeah. So if he wins, which he probably will, plenty of time to keep making improvements. No, I have Samson or I have him times 68.
68 for Samson.
Yeah.
For Andrew Jack, he's talking about. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you're not that. So he's fat.
No, he's big.
So he's talking about Crizzle. So he's talking about Crizzle there, and
Getting beauty sleep.
What else you want? What else?
here.
So
He's talking about Crizzle there, and that he's big, but he's going to be maybe 10th, right? So
I don't know what
I
do you
don't
think?
necessarily disagree with that.
I don't think he's far off. You know, I would put Crizzle. The best I would give him is 9th. So I mean, I'm not far off from what Nick thinks with it, and I wouldn't at this point. I wouldn't complain if he was 10th type thing. So I think he's around there. So I think it's a fair assessment from Nick. But I mean, Crizzle's just going to dwarf so many people there, man. I'm excited to see him up on stage, somebody of that size.
Yeah. No, I mean, Crizzle's got a good physique. I kind of do the same thing I do with Nick Walker's. Like I say, Crizzle's waist is kind of blocky. Guys don't understand when I say that, but he does have a wider waist for his physique.
Yeah.
So, and then
it is a hindrance.
It is. And you were talking about Blessing in the comments that Nick had to say.
Yeah. He said Blessing doesn't have any legs, and kind of dismisses Blessing. And I got to chime in a little bit. My boy, he's my athlete. So, I think Blessing is going to be hitting the Olympia stage because he's going to be winning a show over the next little bit.
Is he doing the Chicago? He's doing the Chicago. I think so.
I think he's doing the Chicago, and he's got another one planned, which we're not going to talk
Texas?
about or anything.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So, and he's got a lot going on, but Blessing is super focused. He's dialed in. He's not doing any funny business. He's laser focused, and all he wants is that Olympia qualify. And he's going to bring the next level boogeyman to the stage,
Yeah.
and there's going to be a lot of excitement around it. And so, yeah, got a shout out for Blessing, man.
Yeah, yeah. He's genetically gifted. He's like an Andrew Jacked and a Samson with the height and the shape and the
He's
the
got all the
aesthetics.
tools, man. He's got all the
But
tools, and
he's been going through some things, and he's been maybe not as focused as he needs to be as a pro bodybuilder. And now it seems like he's kind of down in the dirt in the dungeon and just focusing and training, and that's
it. Blinders are on,
Yeah.
man. And he's all business.
Yeah. So, Nick Walker talking a lot of smack talk, especially with Samson. Like, he really went in on Samson. So I don't know if Samson's responded yet to that.
We'll keep an eye out for that. And kudos to that fan over there at the store that got Nick to open up about stuff.
Yeah.
Our friends over at Desktop Bodybuilding kind of pointed that out.
Yeah.
And he's spot on. Kudos to that fan there.
Yeah.
Getting all those questions answered. Really impromptu. Nothing was planned. And when nothing's planned, that's when you get the good stuff.
That's when you get them. Yeah.
That's when the good stuff,
yeah.
The guard is down. They're just shooting the shit. And then the real feelings come out, right?
Yeah.
The real come out.
Yeah.
Not the rehearse, not the, okay, we're behind a microphone.
Yeah.
I have to say what's proper. This is the real talk that he would, talk between friends type of thing. So kudos to him for getting that. And look, not like you said at the beginning, nothing's wrong with what Nick said. We're going to agree with some of it. We're going to totally disagree with others of it.
Yeah.
Other aspects, or I'm going to call him out on, dissing Blessing. But
yeah, I'm
not going to stop Nick from doing that. It's fantastic that he did it. And more pros should just speak candidly about things and lay it out there.
Yes. And I just want to circle back to the Hadi Chupon comment, one hit wonder. Do I agree with that? Yes. I might get some kickback from the Hadi fans. But
and that's what I thought when I first heard it too.
Yeah.
I do have to agree with Nick on that.
Yeah.
I don't see him as, a guaranteed, winner
multiple
every year.
Yeah.
Somebody that, has got to watch out because people are going to be gunning for him type thing. I think after him winning it, it's completely open for the next person to win the next show.
It is.
That's just, you don't have that feeling like you did. And maybe this is a whole topic by itself, but I mean, the dynasty years, I don't think we're going to have them.
Yeah. You're right.
I don't think dynasties are a thing anymore, man. And maybe that's good. Maybe that's bad. I like it to be kind of bad because I want to have that one guy that's, is on top for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years type thing. I like that, but that's what I grew up with.
It's like the Lakers. They win, like they were winning as the dynasty. It's cool, like right?
Yeah.
But it's Phil Heath. It's like you knew when he walked out, nobody could touch him. Nobody was beating that.
Dorian Yates. Nobody was going to beat those people.
Yeah.
And having that dynasty, it gives like a air of just like something special is going on, right?
Yes.
Because it doesn't change hands every year type of thing, which kind of doesn't make it special.
It's different now. And you're going to see Hadi walk out and be like, well, if I think maybe Derek can take that. So it's
totally
different.
beatable. Yeah. So you don't have that one dominant personality. And another one was Jay Cutler.
Yeah, Jay was crazy.
Was another dominant personality and Olympia champ. And that battle with Ronnie and him.
Yeah.
What was fantastic, right?
Yeah.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then when Jay finally got it over, right? Then now the reign of Ronnie has ended and the reign of Jay commences.
Yeah.
Right. So it's phenomenal stuff.
If I could choose one guy that I think could have a reign, if he makes the right improvements, is Samson Dauda, because he is an absolute genetic freak. He looks like Ronnie Coleman in a sense sometimes from the front, the big quads and just the overwhelming, impressive look. And he is younger. He's not, I thought he was older, but I think he's 31 or 32 or something like that. I think I get these guys' ages mixed up here, but he is, I think he still has at least 5, 6, 7 good years left in him. So if anyone
pulls it together,
he could have a reign. Derek Lunsford could have a couple 2-3 year reign if he really.
I was gonna say that maybe he's
Yeah.
got it in him,
Yes.
because his physique is just phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just phenomenal. So
All right. So we're going to transition here. We do have an update. We weren't expecting this, but Jay Cutler just a few hours ago posted an update, and so we're going to
yes,
cover it.
we gotta cover.
We're
it.
going to combine
Let's
these
do
two.
it.
He's 7
I was
weeks out.
trying to segue from the
Yes.
Dynasty J into
There you go.
this next topic. So
All right. Let's get this thing out of the way so I can see. There we go. All right. Jay Cutler, 7 weeks out from the Romania Masters Miss Olympia.
some things you just don't lose, Matt.
Yeah,
You
look
know.
at this. Like he really improved since the last time we saw him.
From
which
the
is
last
like
video that
10
we
weeks
did.
out or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or 12 weeks out.
Dramatically.
Like he's
like, look
hard,
at that.
man.
Look at that.
Still got it.
The thighs, the abs are there. He's pulled in the waist.
The waist, the skin is tightened
He's
up.
trimmed it down. It's tightened up, like you said.
Right.
You know, like, come on, right?
Fit for 50, Jay.
Yep.
All right.
And then some. And like, look, man, you know, he hasn't missed a beat. I bet you it feels good to be doing it.
Yeah.
You know, he throws the face up, right? You know, that's what we know. You know,
Yeah.
it's harkening back to that time, right? So the nostalgia feel too is I'm not going to complain about, you know. Yeah, just love it. Posing in the black socks reminds me of Dorian posing in the white socks back, right? You know, the famous black and white pics, you know.
Yeah. You know, so 7 weeks, this is good. A lot of guys don't look like this at 7 weeks. They don't have striations in their quads like this. So it's just all the years of just matured muscle that's just never left his body.
Of course.
Right. And so it's just not hard for him. And plus he's stayed in shape. Like he's constant, works out every day, you know, diet regimen. He
didn't have to pull it back from some brink of physique or anything, right? I mean, he stayed in bloody good shape. And so the body was like, well, yeah, shit, I remember this. And it goes back to it fairly quickly. You know, it may not be easy, but the body still remembers.
Yeah.
And the body will go back to it, you know? So, I mean, phenomenal on Jay here, man.
It's just cool to see a legend, like to see him back at it.
Yep.
I just want to pause it there. So the hamstrings, like
you can see it all. It's there. It's there.
It's crazy.
And this is,
I think he's gonna have straight glutes. I think
well, yeah. They pulled in there and he almost has it. So
it's gonna be cool to see him 7 weeks from now. Hopefully he does like another like a 3-week update or something. Like that'd be cool to see.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Maybe do some guest posing somewhere where he'll
well, he's gonna do Romania. He's gonna step on stage in Romania at the Masters Olympia.
And he's gonna pose, right?
Yeah. So he's gotta do it now. But it's great to see Jay do this. Phil Heath isn't even this tight. You know, why doesn't Phil, like a lot of these guys, they
I know
looks good. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like Phil still looks crazy.
Oh, well, Phil's phenomenal.
But they're just not.
He's not here though. So I wonder, we should try to get a hold of Phil and see what he's doing. See what he thinks.
Yeah, he hasn't been doing too active on like going on any shows or doing interviews or anything like that.
No.
So, but excited for Jay, 7 weeks out. You know what? I'm trying to figure out like what would his cycle be right now? Because he's not.
That's a very interesting question.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
It's definitely testosterone, but is he like throwing in some Winstrol and some?
Yeah, it's for sure. It's for sure TRT plus. You know what I mean?
GH.
You know, it's going to be, you know, a little something of a few other compounds.
Yeah.
But it's going to be nowhere near You know,
He could be just testosterone and that's it. Like it could just be he's not any bigger. He's just getting leaner and dropping fat
yeah,
with the muscle mass he's already had on his physique.
yeah.
So I don't think he's taken like test, trend, Winnie,
No,
GH, insulin, and no, it's like he's not going all out for this. He's
No,
trying to be
no,
fit
no.
for 50, not go,
Yeah, and
fill his liver
not,
and kidneys.
yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah. Say goodbye to your liver and kidneys. No,
Yeah,
he's taking the fit parts
yeah,
of 50 very seriously too.
yeah,
You know, he's, you know, we're definitely thinking longevity at this age. We're thinking of quality of life type of thing, and we're still thinking of looking bloody good, right?
yes.
So Jay has all that in mind, and he's rocking it the right way, and he's doing it right, and I love seeing what he's doing. I love seeing him be like this, and back to the old Jay. I just love it. So more of it, man. That's what I say.
Yeah, great to see these guys. It's great to see even, Darren Charles coming back and, just looking forward to the Masters overall. You got Vinny's doing it as well. We're trying to line up a schedule to have Vinny on. He's doing the Masters.
Yeah, so hopefully we can do that.
But we got a really big, I'm not going to say who it is, but we got a really big guest coming on next week.
Yes.
So looking forward to that as well. But okay, we're going to wrap it up. Guys, let us know your thoughts on the whole Nick Walker talking smack and, how Jay Cutler looks. Do you think Jay Cutler looks good? Do you think Jay Cutler's on a big cycle, or is he just taking tests and kind of just cruising into the Masters Olympia? And another question, how would Jay do at the Masters Olympia?
I was going to suggest that.
Like,
if he was to jump in, how do you guys think he would do?
Would he be top 5? Leave your comments below. All right, we'll sign off here, Matt, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the bell notification so you get notified every time we release a new episode. We appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.